What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your second stimulus check update. And this is going to be a big week for stimulus and your second stimulus check and the next stimulus package. We're going to have a lot of information coming out. Mitch McConnell, the leader of the Senate, and Nancy Pelosi, who's no really longer the leader of the Democrats now that Joe Biden is now president-elect, they both want stimulus, and they said they're going to start working on it tomorrow. So we are this close now to seeing what our next stimulus package and the next stimulus checks are going to be like. Let's explore. Also in this video, I'm going to tell you guys about a new $1,000 per month stimulus package that is on the state level. $1,000 per month stimulus. I'm going to give you all the details on that also in this video. But first, don't forget to give this video a like down below. It really helps out our channel. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos. You can click the bell icon if you want to get notifications so you don't miss out when we go live with new videos. Okay, first up, Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House and the leader of the Democrats before Joe Biden was elected, has been blamed by a lot of people for holding up the second stimulus check because of the election. She says she didn't want a check to go out to the Americans with President Donald Trump's name on it right before the elections. And this hurt many, many millions of people. These were her exact words, saying she just didn't want a check to go out with President Trump's name on it. Well, she won her re-election along with Mitch McConnell, but it's looking more and more likely that she might not win the Speaker of the House position again. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, who's also from California, which is where Nancy Pelosi is from, says that Nancy Pelosi is only 10 Democratic votes away from losing the Speaker of the House position. Now, Nancy Pelosi said that the Democrats have lost some battles, but we won the war. Now, honestly, a lot of Americans don't feel right now like we won the war because, yeah, the election's over, but Americans still haven't got a second stimulus check. And honestly, we should be working on the third stimulus check to go out in January at this point. A second one should have already been passed. We should have more unemployment passed. We should be working on the next stimulus check and the next stimulus package. I know a lot of our viewers don't feel like they have won the war, but that's what Nancy Pelosi says because, of course, her #1 agenda was to make sure that President Trump didn't get reelected while she basically trampled over millions and millions of Americans, not giving them stimulus, not giving them an unemployment extension, not giving them money for schools and for mortgage and rental relief, all that stuff that was in that stimulus package that they could have agreed on. Nancy says they won the war even though no stimulus was sent out to you. And that's why a lot of people have been very unhappy with Nancy Pelosi, but also the Republicans too, pretty much all Congress. I mean, there was calls right before the election to have them all fired and let's start over fresh. And I mean, we had this from state governors and very high prominent people saying that Congress has just failed the American people because of their political agendas. Now that the election's over, everything is going to change because we don't have to delay the stimulus check anymore because President Trump, the election's over. So Nancy Pelosi says now she wants 2 stimulus checks to go out, one now and one on January. Nancy Pelosi said that the Democrats would gain seats in the House of Representatives and that they would also take over the Senate. And so far, neither of those things have happened. With Republicans adding House seats instead of Democrats, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy told Sunday Morning Futures that it would only take about 10 Democrats to block Nancy Pelosi from being reelected as the House Speaker. He says to become House Speaker, you have to have 218 votes on the floor. When she went up for that vote 2 years ago, there were 15 Democrats who voted against her. 10 of those Democrats will be coming back to Congress. If those 10 vote against her again, she will not be Speaker of the House because of the gains in seats of the Republicans. He says, we are close enough now that we can control the floor with a few Democrats joining us. Now, the other option is to have the Democrats vote for Hakeem Jeffries as Speaker of the House, which would still give a Democratic leader for Speaker, and it just wouldn't be Nancy Pelosi. Joe Biden has said that stimulus taxes and the economy and controlling the virus, or dare I say, crushing the virus, is their top priorities once their establishment comes in on January 20th. And they're already getting to work now, including the stimulus check plans starting this week. Now, briefly, I want to mention the higher taxes that Joe Biden wants. It's mostly for the rich and businesses, but he does want to get rid of the Trump tax cuts, which will affect a lot of other middle income families and families across the United States. But if the Senate is controlled by the Republicans, then they won't be voting for any tax increases at all. So if the Senate is controlled by Mitch McConnell, there will not be any tax increases because they will never let it happen. Now, I say if because the Senate race is actually tied at this moment, 48 Democrats and 48 Republicans, with 4 seats still left being decided. And 2 of the 4 seats are in Georgia. And both of those seats are going to have a runoff election where they actually do a new vote on January 5th. So we likely won't know who the leader of the Senate is, Democrats or Republicans or Mitch McConnell, because remember, to pass any bill, including a stimulus bill, you have to approve it in the House and the Senate, and then it goes to the president's desk. If this does get taken by the Democrats, all they would need is a 50-50 tie, because then the split tie goes to the vice president, which would be Kamala Harris. So the Democrats would then have the majority with only 50 votes. If the Democrats do get a majority, they will be able to pass anything they want because they'll control the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And at that point, they can pass as many stimulus bills as they want. Both Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi said that if they could, they would pass the largest stimulus package ever known to the entire world, including the United States. That would mean stimulus packages of over $3 trillion. Nancy Pelosi actually says she wants to pass a stimulus check now and a stimulus package and another one in January to give him a clean slate so he doesn't have a, nose-diving economy with our virus cases going crazy at this moment. 130,000 cases just yesterday. And if that continues, we probably will see a nosedive economy and a stock market. And Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden knows that the number one thing they need to do first is to pass more stimulus. Then the longer term plan is to try to somehow control the virus. And I want to be honest with you guys. I really think that if these virus cases continue the way they are, that we are going to see another second shutdown, which would probably mean even more and more stimulus. But I don't think we want a second shutdown, but we do need to control the virus, because if this virus just continues to spread, then we're just going to be in the same situation all of 2021. In fact, if you look here at the new U.S. virus cases per day, oh my goodness. On November 6th, 132,000 new positive cases. And yesterday, 126,000 new cases. This is really bad because normally on the weekend, the cases are a lot lower, and they still came in at 126,000 cases. And if you look at this trend, we could literally be hitting 200,000 new cases in a few days. We're already seeing second shutdowns in New York, New Jersey, and Texas. And the country is thinking about more because there's going to be no other way to stop the virus. If this many people are catching it every day, it's going to spread exponentially. So honestly, I hope that doesn't happen, but I really feel like I've been right at predicting a lot of these things, and man, it does not look good. With that 100, when we shut down the first time, we were at 30,000 cases per day. Now we're at 130,000 cases per day. Where do we go from here? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, because I don't see a bright future in the near term. Okay, next up, you know how I've been giving you guys probably almost every day new programs in certain states, certain cities, certain counties, as I find out about them, that are giving money to their residents. We have the entire state of Colorado, we had North Carolina, we've had multiple counties in Florida. Well, I have another one now that is $1,000 per month. And I want to say that, a lot of the times it's not your state, but one of these times it might likely be your state, your city, your county, as I'm finding out about more of these every single day. States and local cities are providing money to their residents. So one time it's going to be you, it's going to be somebody you know, it's going to be your family, your friends. And honestly, let's group together. If you know of any other programs that are being passed by states or cities, comment them down below in the comments, and let's keep sharing these so we can get as much help to as much people as possible. Because what happens is this money for these states and cities runs out quickly. And if you don't hear about it, if you don't know about it, then basically you're just going to miss out on this free money from states and cities. Okay, today's new stimulus program is for Maine, the state of Maine, for housing and rental relief. You can see here, this program is first come, first serve, and can help cover retroactively your October, November, and December rent. You can apply for up to $1,000 per month stimulus for each month, even if you receive funds in one of their previous programs. So for the state of Maine, they are giving $1,000 per month for October, November, and December. You can apply for this starting a few days ago, and the applications will go until November 23rd. So I suggest if you are from Maine or if you know anybody from Maine, share this video with them or share this video on Facebook so that other people will become aware. So that's $1,000 per month for Maine. I will be bringing you guys more of these, more states, more cities. I'm going to try to bring you at least one program every single day. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you share these videos so other people will be knowing about this stuff, because honestly, some of these programs have just ended and a lot of people don't find out about them before the programs end or before they run out of money. So I'm going to try to keep you guys as updated as possible, different states, different cities, and of course the federal stimulus check plans and unemployment plans as soon as more information comes out. Tomorrow is the big day. They're going to start working on the next stimulus plan in the Senate, but I think also the Democrats are going to be working on it also. So I will keep you guys updated. Don't miss out. My next video comes out at 10 a.m. Eastern Time in the morning. You can click on this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have dozens of students that have replaced their entire 9-to-5 income selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, guys. I love you, and I will see you in the next video.